Welcome to this Angular Pivot Table tutorial. In this video, I will show you how to group data in the Syncfusion Angular Pivot Table component. Grouping is a process of organizing data into specific ranges or categories that enable users to analyze large amounts of data in a meaningful way. First, I will open an existing Angular application that has a pivot table component with a list of data retrieved from a data source. If you want to know how to get started with the Angular Pivot Table component, refer to the video linked in the card above. I run the application using the command ngserve. You can see the pivot table is rendered with the defined data source. Now I will show you how to group data in the pivot table. The Syncfusion Angular Pivot Table supports three types of grouping: number, date, and custom. To enable grouping in the pivot table, I need to import the grouping service module from the Pivot View package into the Providers section. Then I enable the Allow Grouping property in the Pivot View tag. First, I will demonstrate how to do number grouping with a number-based field. Let me group the product ID field by right-clicking on it and selecting the Group option. A pop-up window appears where you can enter the grouping details. Suppose I want to display the product IDs from 1001 to 1006 in three groups on the pivot table. I set the starting at value to 1001, the ending at value to 1006, and the interval range as 2. When I click OK, you can see the members in the product ID field are displayed in three groups. The remaining numbers beyond this range are grouped as out of range. You can also do this number grouping programmatically. To do that, I add the groupSettings property inside the data source settings. I'm going to display the product IDs 1001 to 1012 in three groups with an interval of 4. I set the name property to product ID, the type property to number, the starting at property to 1001, the ending at to 1012, and the range interval to 4. Look here, the members of the product ID field are displayed in three groups. You can ungroup the grouped members by choosing the Ungroup option. Now let's see how to group date and time-based fields using the Date grouping option. Here, I am going to group the date field. In this example, I am going to group the months February to July in the year 2016 with months and days intervals. Let me right-click on the date field, choose the Group option, and set the starting at value to February 1st, 2016. The ending at value to July 1st, 2016. And the group interval to months and days. The pivot table is now refreshed and displays the defined group February to July in the year 2016. Next, I will show you how to group this date field programmatically. I modify the existing group settings by changing the name property to date, the type property to date, the starting at value to January 1st, 2015, and the ending at value to January 1st, 2017. For date grouping, I need to set the group interval, so let me remove the range interval property and set the group interval with the values years and quarters to display the dates in years and quarters. See, the date field is now grouped in years and quarters. So far, I have shown you how to group number and date-based fields using number and date grouping types. Next, let me show how to group members by creating a custom group. You can group any data types, such as date, time, number, and string, using custom grouping. I'm going to group the string type field, products. Let me add this products field to the row axis. and comment out the other fields to make this easier to understand. I'm going to form a custom group by combining the members' gloves and jerseys. To do this, I select them using the Ctrl or Shift key, and then right-click to access the group option. A pop-up appears in which the field caption is the alias of this custom group created automatically using the field name. Then I set a group name to this custom group, Products2, and click OK. The custom group Product2 has been created, which includes the members' gloves and jerseys. Also, notice that a grouping bar has been added for this custom group. This bar allows filtering, sorting, and dragging and dropping between axes just like other fields. Notice that the other members in the field automatically formed a self-group and organized themselves within it. Like number and date grouping, custom grouping can also be done in code. To do it, I modify the existing group settings by changing the name property to Products and the type to Custom. I remove the other properties and then define the Custom Groups property. Within it, I set the group name as Products3 and items as gloves, jerseys, and shorts. The pivot table is now rendered with the custom group Products3 with members' gloves, jerseys, and shorts. In this video, I have shown you how to group data in the Angular Pivot Table component using number, date, and custom grouping options. If you want to try out the example used in this video, you can download it from the GitHub link in this video's description. I have also shared a link where you can learn about obtaining a free license key to use our Angular suite through our community license if you are eligible. Thank you for watching this video. If you found it helpful, please like it and subscribe to our channel.